It is not even 2 weeks since Justice DY Chandrachud took over as the 50th Chief Justice of India, and it seems like teething troubles have already mounted for him. The lawyers of the Gujarat and Telangana High Courts are protesting against the purported transfer of the High Court judges to Patna High Court by Supreme Court Collegium. While in Gujarat, the advocates of the association decided to abstain from work till the matter is resolved, in Telangana too, the advocates skipped the work to protest the purported decision of the Supreme Court Collegium. Hello, my name is Arti, and today we will talk about what exactly happened and what these lawyers are demanding. But before that, if you're watching this video on YouTube, please make sure you subscribe to our channel, you like this video and you comment below it. If you're watching on Facebook, then please follow our page. Now you can also access our articles, videos and live TV on our app. So if you haven't already, download HW News Network app on your Android Play Store now. On Thursday, hundreds of advocates, including senior advocates, gathered in the court hall of Chief Justice of Gujarat High Court to register their protest. The live proceedings of the High Court showed that the hall was packed with lawyers expressing their discontent in front of the Gujarat High Court's Chief Justice Arvind Kumar. When Chief Justice Kumar asked them why they had gathered there in large numbers, the lawyers said that they assembled to oppose the purported transfer of the High Court Justice Nikhil Kariyal and said that it is the death of the independence of judiciary for which they wish to observe 2 minutes of silence. The lawyers' protest came after the bar and bench reported about the purported transfer of the 2 High Court judges to Patna High Court. According to the Times of India as well, the 5-judge Supreme Court Collegium met for the first time on Wednesday under the new Chief Justice DY Chandrachud and is understood to have recommended transfers of 3 High Court judges, including Madras High Court Acting Chief Justice T. Raja, citing administrative reasons and exigencies of administration of justice. The last time Collegium met was on September 26th. It had then recommended Bombay High Court Chief Justice Dipankar Datta's name to the centre for appointment as a Supreme Court judge. The Collegium, also comprising Justices Sanjay K. Kaul, S. Abdul Nazir, K. M. Joseph and M. R. Shah, agreed to transfer Justice Raja to Rajasthan High Court. It also purportedly decided to transfer Gujarat High Court's Justice Nikhil Kariyal and Telangana High Court's Justice A. Abhishek Reddy to Patna High Court. Justice Kariyal, a judge of the Gujarat High Court, was born on May 9, 1974. He enrolled as an advocate with the Bar Council of Gujarat in the year 1998 and practiced in the areas of service law, civil and criminal laws. He was elevated as a judge of the Gujarat High Court on October 4, 2020. On the other hand, Justice Reddy is currently a judge of Telangana High Court. He enrolled as an advocate in July 1990 and was made a High Court judge on August 26, 2019. As on November 1st, the Patna High Court, which has a sanctioned strength of 53 judges, is working with 34 judges, a vacancy position of 19. Now, the transfer decision, however, sparked the protest of advocates in both Gujarat as well as in Telangana High Court. The Gujarat High Court bar said the transfer of the finest, honest, upright and unbiased judge, Justice Kariyal, strikes at the rule of law and independence of the judiciary, the two prime edifices on which our constitution rests. On Thursday, after the protest in front of the Chief Justice of Gujarat, the lawyers' body held an extraordinary general meeting and termed the move as a death knell. According to the resolution passed by the association at the EGM, it said, to show solidarity today at 12 o'clock, all the members of the bar in unprecedented numbers gathered in the court of Chief Justice of Gujarat High Court to mourn the death of independence of judiciary and to observe 2 minutes of silence. It was conveyed to the Chief Justice in open court that the entire bar has unanimously expressed anguish on the reports of transfer of Justice Kariyal. The senior members of the bar also requested that the feeling of the bar must be conveyed to the Chief Justice of India and other judges of the Collegium. At the EGM, it was also resolved to send a delegation of 5 members of bar with in-charge President and Secretary of Association to meet the Chief Justice of India and to request him to reconsider the transfer orders. We spoke to the Vice President of the Gujarat High Court Advocates Association, Prithviraj Jadeja, and here is what he has to say on the matter. So my first question to you is, when did you come to know about this decision of the Supreme Court Collegium?
It was in the morning that we got the reports which were there in the bar and bench app and one Times of India online app. As soon as we received the message we got into action. The mostly around 10:30, the bar came to know about it.
All right. So you came to know about it yesterday?
Yesterday in the morning, yeah.
All right. So, sir, Supreme Court Collegium overlooking the procedure. What exactly is the procedure here? How is a judge transferred?
Ideally, the procedure which is being followed is that either a transferee judge, Chief Justice, requests the collegium, or the bar or the court in which the judge is being transferred, that CJI is concerned. Basically, in this case, a consent ought to have been taken by the Chief Justice of Gujarat High Court and the Chief Justice of Patna High Court. And along with that, the consent of the concerned judge that he is going to be transferred, so whether he is ready to accept it or not. So that is the process which it generally follows. And then the collegium makes a request. What we have come to know here in this case is that the collegium has already sent the recommendation, and then a consent is being sought by the CJs or the Chief Justices and the concerned judge. So that was the reason why when we met, general body met yesterday, we decided to go in a representation we made to the CJI and requesting him that what were the reasons why such a decision was taken and to immediately withdraw it. So that was also one of the resolutions passed by.
So what do you make of the Supreme Court Collegium overlooking the procedure and issuing a recommendation right away? How do you look at it as a lawyer?
We, as a bar, I would say that we are at this stage, we are actually not aware what has happened. So it will be very premature to comment. But if this is what we feel is happening, then as we mentioned before the Chief Justice Court yesterday, that this is a death of the independence of judiciary, and this cannot be tolerated at all.
So even the Chief Justice of the Gujarat High Court was not aware about this?
Yes, that is what we were made to understand.
Okay. So what are lawyers planning to do now? What are they doing since morning?
Yesterday we had a meeting at 2 o'clock. We immediately abstained from work since yesterday 2:30. Yesterday in the evening we sought an appointment with the Chief Justice of India, Justice Chandrachud. Yesterday evening till 11 we followed it up, but there was no response. Rather it was pending. In the morning at 10:30 we got a call that he will be giving us time. He gave us time for today 1:30, but as we had to travel from Gujarat, it would take time, so we requested for a further appointment. So now they are giving us appointment for tomorrow, and that time is yet to come in. By 2 o'clock we should know. And we are continuing with our strike because it's an indefinite strike. Till the issue is not resolved, we will continue. And we are hopeful that once we meet the CJI, something should work out. That is what the bar feels right now.
Alright, so until and unless the issue is resolved, the protest will continue?
Protest should continue, definitely.
And it is an indefinite strike?
Yeah, that is what the resolution says.
Similarly, in Telangana, an extraordinary meeting of the association was called yesterday afternoon. The entire court work of the High Court got suspended from 3 p.m. yesterday as the lawyers began abstaining from proceedings. The association appealed to the Supreme Court Collegium to withdraw the proposal to transfer Justice Reddy and decided to boycott courts till the demand was met. After passing the resolution, the High Court lawyers held a protest march. Telangana High Court lawyers also continue to protest even today. So what exactly is the process of transferring a judge? To understand this, we visited the website of the Department of Justice, Government of India, and here is what it says. Article 222 of the Constitution makes a provision for the transfer of a judge, including the Chief Justice, from one High Court to any other High Court. The initiation of the proposal for the transfer of a judge should be made by the Chief Justice of India, whose opinion in this regard is determinative. Consent of a judge for his first or subsequent transfer would not be required. While forming his opinion about the transfer of a High Court judge, the Chief Justice of India is expected to take into account the views of the Chief Justice of the High Court from which the judge is to be transferred and also the Chief Justice of the High Court to which the transfer is to be effected. He is also expected to take into account the views of one or more Supreme Court judges. Now, in this case, it was the 5-judge Supreme Court Collegium that took the decision regarding the purported transfers. But this is about a transfer of a judge of the High Court. In case of transfer of a Chief Justice, only the views of one or more knowledgeable Supreme Court judges need to be taken into account. These views on transfers of a judge or the Chief Justice of the High Court should then be expressed in writing, and they should be considered by the Chief Justice of India and the 4 senior-most judges of the Supreme Court. The personal factors relating to concerned judge, including the Chief Justice, and his response to the proposal, including his preferences of places, should invariably be taken into account by the Chief Justice of India and the first 4 judges of the Supreme Court before arriving at a conclusion on this proposal. Now, this proposal for transfer of a judge and Chief Justice of India should then be transferred to the Government of India along with the views of all those consulted in this regard. Once the proposal is received by the Government of India, the Law Minister then sends the proposal to the Prime Minister of India, who in turn advises the President of India to issue the transfer of the judge. Once the President approves it, the Secretary in the Department of Justice then informs the Chief Justice of the High Courts and the Chief Ministers of the concerned states and announces the transfer. In this case, the lawyers argue that the Supreme Court Collegium did not take into account the views of the Gujarat High Court Chief Justice before the transfer decision. The issue comes at a time when there have already been many questions raised on the Supreme Court Collegium system. Although both outgoing CJI UU Lalit and current CJI DY Chandrachud have expressed their faith on this system. As of now, the lawyers continue their strike, and they will end the strike only when their delegation meets Chief Justice of India DY Chandrachud and there is a resolution of the matter. Do let us know what you think about this in the comment box below. For more news and updates, you can log on to www.hwnews.in.
Now be the first to know about the latest updates on our new news app. Go on your Android or iOS, search for HW News Network. Download our app, choose the language you prefer to get updates in, and be up to date with the latest news.